Guys, this is Palm with Pro Box Respect TKO. Privileged to be here with Mark Tibbs, trainer to many young fighters. Mark, how you doing today, mate? You alright?
Lovely, thank you, Palm.
Good, good. Nice to see you, mate. It's been a while.
You too, mate. You too, mate.
I know we've been planning for a while and stuff.
Yeah.
How's quickly? How's family? And we'll ask about your dad in a minute. But how's your family anyway?
Family's good. Little boy's wearing me out, but I suppose that's what they do. He's nearly 3 now.
Yeah.
The missus is doing a good job.
Good.
And yeah, so life's good.
Excellent. Mark, just want to mention for anybody who doesn't know and maybe watching this later on, your son of legendary trainer, Jimmy Tibbs.
Thank you very much.
No, not at all. I mean, we're huge fans of his. How's Dad doing? I believe he's newly retired.
Well, I keep hearing announcements of his retirement, but he comes around quite often where I live.
Yeah.
When the boy's out, Mark, what's happening? I've got to fill my diary up. So, but he helps out in the corners. Of course, he does the cuts, and he's always got good advice when he's around. Yeah. He don't say much, but when he does, it means a lot.
He was in Dillian Whyte's corner recently, wasn't he? With the fight with Hilarious.
Yeah.
He was in that fight. Mark, before we jump a step, yourself as well, you've been a professional, you know, with 22 fights. I mean, obviously, you've always had boxing blood. How did you get on in your own professional career?
Do you know what? I started out, I was 6 years old, yeah? I was 6 years old. I boxed for Repton Boxing Club. Very good, he's my uncle, I call him my uncle, but we're not by blood, but my uncle Dennis Stockley. He took me to Repton Boxing Club in Hackney years ago when I was 6 years old. So, but I wanted to box at that age. I saw pictures of my father in you know, in scrapbooks and whatnot. Sure. So obviously I've done boxing for Repton then, and then and later on my dad took me to West Ham Boxing Club as a teenager for a brief spell, but then he took me back to Repton, the new Repton now, which is Cheshire Street. Yeah. So yeah, I had a good time. They looked after me very, very well. Mr. Tony Burns and Georgie Bowers, and his son Kevin Bowers and George Rodwell. Yeah. All very good people. And when I look back, they had a big influence in my upbringing, in life as well as boxing. Yeah. So yeah, so I thank him for that.
Mark, your dad's internationally known. How old were you when you were first aware that, you know, Dad's somebody very important or, you know, well known? How old were you when you knew that first?
Do you know what? I don't know. It's a gradual thing. Just probably, you know, it's just been around me. To be honest with you, your dad's always been, you know, he's always been well liked.
Absolutely.
In the areas we've grown up and whatnot. So it's something. What did he do now? When he got into boxing himself, I was a teenager, and I'll never forget it. Frank Bruno was big then, and he was the trainer of Frank Bruno. I just won the schoolboys, and then we done a press thing together. The new recorder done that, so that was all good. Yeah. But I've just born into it, I suppose. I used to go to the gym and watch my dad at the Royal Oak and train all the fighters back then. Yeah. Maurice Oak and people like that.
Some great names there, isn't there? Yeah. Mark, obviously you had a good amateur background, 22 fights at professional level as well. So
do you know what?
Yeah, go on.
Not too long ago, we were sitting in the Peacock gym, me and my dad, funny enough. Yeah. And my dad went to me, do you know what? He said, Mark, we've got the same sort of records professionally.
How we?
I think he's had one less than me, and but I think one loss, one draw, and he's exactly the same. But he's got one less than me.
Really?
Yeah. But one more amateur title. We never won no professional titles, none of us. But we won a lot of amateur titles.
Yeah, but you have, as trainers, you've won heaps professionally, right? So, as far as we're concerned, as fans, it all counts, mate. So, Peacock Gym, just a quick big up to those guys down there, Martin Bowers and co. Great gym, very family gym as well, isn't it? A lot of guys just walk in.
Yeah, it's a great gym. To be honest with you, you know, that's part of. I've been going to the Peacock Gym since it's been opened. Yeah. They did have an old gym in Freemasons Road, round the corner. when I was training as a professional, we had a spell there. My dad took me there. We had a spell there. But there was actually, when we were sparring in the ring, it was an old pub. There was pigeons as we were sparring.
Really?
As we were sparring and moving, pigeons used to fly through the windows.
It must have been up in the attic or something.
Yeah,
a bit like Thomas the Beckett.
Yeah, well, the Beckett was a good gym. Actually, my favourite times as a professional was at the Beckett.
Yeah.
And recently, now trained Dillian Whyte. I was travelling to Brixton one day, which I'd never used to go to South London a lot, but because I had to go to Brixton to do some sessions with Dillian, I passed the Thompson Beckett, and the memories come back.
Flooding back, don't
I
they?
had real fond memories of the Beckett. You know, I really did, and I hate to say this, the best memories as a pro was in the Beckett. You know, I'm an East Londoner, but my best memories, it was, you know, I met some good people there and some experienced people there, so it was good.
There's definitely some memories about there and huge vibes. I used to go there, Mark, on a Sunday to train, and one of my earliest memories was skipping, and Duke McKenzie walked in, and I think the hair on my back stood up because he was the world champion then. So he walked in. So I know exactly what you mean. Yourself as a trainer, so obviously your professional career ended. You then got into training some years later. Just some of the guys you mentioned: Dillian Whyte yourself, Tom Baker, Frank Buglioni, Sammy McNess. But if we focus on Dillian for a second, you know, he's the WBC Silver International Champion. How's Dillian doing anyway, first of all?
Dillian's doing great. We was out in America not too long ago, after a long spell, after the Derek Chisora fight. We was back in training. You know, we had a couple of weeks off, but we was in training, waiting for opponents, and nothing come about. So we had quite a long break. It was a well-earned break, but we were still ticking over.
Sure.
But anyway, we ended up going to we fought a guy called Malcolm Tan.
Malcolm Tan,
that was a little keep busy fight, but that was a good experience. We went to Chicago. We went to Chicago, we wound down out in Chicago, and then we fought in Nebraska. It was a very good experience. We met some nice people in boxing out there, from top rank. That was really good. And we just fought, funny enough, when we got off the plane from fighting Michael Tang, because, you know, we all had a bit of a long flight, or it's a long flight, so after a bit of rest, we got off the plane. Mark, who should we fight next? What do you think? Who's your fancy?
This is Dillian.
No, not Dillian. This is his team. And I was already thinking that, and I went, put me on the spot a little bit. I went, you want someone who's going to give him a few rounds, someone who's been around, but where he is in the rankings, who's got to tread careful, but, you know, someone like Robert Alanius, you know, someone like that. And it was just...
So straight off the plane, and his name popped up?
Popped up, but then he carries a bit of power, but, you know, so you've got to be careful. But he knew his way around the ring. It proves he's got good feet. He's a good boxer. And
he comes from good stock as well, doesn't he? A lot of people rated him highly.
Listen, he had a lot of top amateur fights. Which Dillian never had. So, but that was I was very mindful of all of that. Very mindful of all that. So it's the sort of thing you learn on the job. But he never engaged, which was disappointing. So you see, Malcolm Tan was a little bit warm, but he engaged, and then we found him out. But he was probably a bit more clever enough not to engage. I don't know. But he gave him some good rounds. It was nice if we got it inside the distance. But listen, I watched it again. I watched that fight again. I watched it about 3 days after we boxed him. But we're back in camp again now, me and Dill. So I was back in Loughborough yesterday. But the night before yesterday, I watched the fight again, and I was even more pleased the way Dillian handled it. The way he never got frustrated. A little bit loady, but he looked loady because as soon as he sat in his shots, boom, he was off. He was skating away. Helenius was.
You made me laugh off camera because tell us what you said. Dillian said to you what he was going to do to Helenius. What was he going to do? Out-jab him.
Yeah, well, Dill, I says, listen, see this geezer? I said, he's 6'8", wherever he is, 6'9".
Big guy.
I said, he's got long arms, and he went, he ain't got long arms on me. I'm thinking, no, he is. But Dillian's Dillian, you know? He's strong-minded, but I like him. I like him that way because he's a winner. He's going to be a king. Anyway, but I thought nice and elbows in, a little bit Joe Fraser he liked, you know what I mean? Cross arm, boom, boom, get him. Like, but Dill went out there, wanted to out jab him long, But to be honest with you, he stung him once. Helenius stung Dillian in the second round, a couple of times I think. That was the only round he'd done it. After that, it was one-way traffic.
Yeah. Did you expect Helenius to maybe come on the front foot? Because as you said, he's 6'8", 6'9", big guy. Because he sort of tended to sort of stay on the ropes, you know, on the back foot. So did you expect him to come more forward?
Well, yeah, I would have thought he might have held the centre a little bit. You know what I mean? Held the centre. And if he'd have held the centre a little bit, I think we would have been a bit more victorious.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because he would have stood there and, you know what I mean, we would have clipped him, maybe. Yeah. But it was what it was. Dillian mindset proved to not get frustrated and not to get, you know, not to. He's refining. The longer it goes, this world title thing, the longer it's vacant, the longer time we get the fight for it.
Yeah.
All he's doing is getting better and better.
Yeah.
And when he started touching base with him last night, we ain't overdoing it, and he's like an old veteran, but he ain't. You know what I mean?
We will come on to the world title fight as well. Just going back very quickly, I want to touch base because you said with the fight with Malcolm Tenney in Nebraska. Now that must have been an amazing occasion because that was the undercard of Terence Crawford's undisputed title fight, wasn't it?
No, it was. Yeah, listen, that fight. When we was in the fight, when Dillian was fighting Malcolm Tenney, first round we said have a look at him. We knew what we had in front of us. Go and have a look at him. Yeah. Second round, I said to him, now Dill, go and do what you just did, but up the tempo a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't be greedy with the tempo, but up it a little bit. He did that. Third round, I said, right now start doubling him up around the body. Boom, that was it. He done it. So he done it. He boxed the Walters. It was nice, but during the fight, I thought to myself, this should have been on 2 before the main event because the crowd, what was there, they liked it, and it was entertaining. Do you know what I'm saying? It was entertaining.
And Malcolm's another big guy as well who likes to fight. So
he was great. He was great.
Mark, coming back to the world title fight, taking the media hat off for a second, as a fan, I'm a little bit upset because I've always had a lot of good feelings for the green and gold belt.
Yeah.
But for me, when somebody fights 2 final eliminators in 11 months and still hasn't had a shot, it's a bit upsetting. So, how does that feel for you guys? Because you're in there real time, you and Dillian. You know, you fought 2 eliminators already. Chisora last December.
Yeah.
And now again. What's going on?
Well, do you know what? To be honest with you, I know where the public and the boxing fans and yourself are frustrated by it, but I really ain't frustrated by it because, as I just said, he's refining.
Sure.
He's refining, and he's getting better and better. I mean, if Helenius would have held his feet a little bit, you know, it would have been a better finish. If you know what I'm saying. So I'm happy with the way Dillian's refining. So that's what I'll say about that. I mean, that's politics and that's business for Eddie Hearn and the rest of the team.
Do you think then there's a chance, even though Dillian's won the 2 final eliminators, I believe they're talking about, I can't remember now if it's Molina or Brazil, possibly for Wilder, but Wilder obviously clearly wants Joshua. So there's possibly every chance, while Dillian's still refining, we could have a world heavyweight title fight between Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte again, couldn't we?
Yeah, I mean that would work.
It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
It would be amazing, wouldn't it? An old British war.
Yeah, we're both smiling here. Yeah, absolutely, and you know, possibly a chance for revenge for Dillian as well.
Yeah.
I know the end of the year's upon us. Very quickly, mate. Is there anything you can tell us about Dillian's next fight at all, or is he just in training camp?
Listen. I spoke to my brother yesterday on the phone, going up to Dillian. He went, Mark, what are you up to? I said, listen, I can't talk long, I'm going to get deep. I'm on the phone here, I'm driving to Loughborough. He went, who's he got? Who's he got? Yeah. Who's he got? I went, I don't know. Yeah. And I don't know. Listen, okay. I don't know. We're all surmising. We chatted last night about a few opponents that could be. But it's early, it's not early doors, but you know, let's get Christmas out of the way. I'm sure Eddie and the team will we'll start letting people know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's ranked number 3 now by the WBC.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to have to be somebody in and around number 3
Absolutely.
or somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark, before we shoot off, thanks for the coffee, thanks for the time. Is anybody you want to give a shout out? I know you know a lot of people, but anybody you want to say particular thanks to? Or?
I want to thank you to Palm for coming down here and giving up your time and sitting here, giving me your time. So I know you've got to go and see Steve Goodwin.
Yeah, the guys.
Good luck to the boys in the York Hall tonight. Wish them all my best.
Mark, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the coffee and catch up soon.
God bless, my mate.
Take care.
Thanks,
God bless, mate.